Texans' chances continue to increase. I tell you why right now. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Today, we're getting into why the Texans' chances increase to win this game on Sunday, the latest surrounding Lamar Jackson's injury, and why this must-win game has now turned into a cannot-lose game. We're going to get into all of that right now. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Do y'all staying on the road to 15K. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Let's go ahead and get into Sunday's game against the Baltimore Ravens. Remember, we were going to get these updates as it continues on around Lamar Jackson. And well, yesterday we got the biggest update that a lot of Texans fans, as well as Ravens fans, but us Texans fans specifically, were trying to see whether or not Lamar Jackson was going to be playing this Sunday. Now, I will preface this by saying this report hasn't been confirmed. There's been a few people that have attached Brian Wacker, who is the guy that reported this from the Baltimore Sun. He covers the Ravens as well as the NFL. He continues to be attached to this report, but I haven't seen anybody else with credible resources that are, attaching their name onto this as well. So we are going to wait until further notice, but that's not to say we are not going to report what was the news yesterday. Again, coming from the Baltimore Sun, Brian Wacker had reported that Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson likely to miss Sunday's game versus the Texans with a hamstring injury. He could be sidelined between 2 to 3 weeks. There was a doctor as well on Twitter, Michael J. Morse, mentioned that Lamar Jackson, if he was going to play this Sunday, it would be extremely dangerous for him to play this Sunday, and he sees him unlikely to play against our Houston Texans. And as this report came out, the Vegas odds have switched immediately to the Texans' favor, as now we are 2-point favorites now on the road against the Baltimore Ravens, a place that we have never gotten a win in terms of the entire history of the Texans organization. This is not a must-win game. This is a cannot-lose scenario. The Houston Texans have been granted a gift from the gods that they have the opportunity to beat the Baltimore Ravens, an injured Baltimore Ravens team, and you might as well kick them while they are down. That is exactly what I need from the Houston Texans. I need them to take care of business. If Cooper Rush is the quarterback, so be it. You faced him last year with the Dallas Cowboys. You made him look below average, boring. What he is, a nobody at the quarterback position. This Texans defense, the best defense in football, going up against potentially Cooper Rush again. We do not, and I repeat, we do not care whether or not Lamar Jackson is playing for this game or not. Look, I am not saying anything against his injury, okay? Obviously, we want him to be healthy. We want him to be doing his thing and being healthy for the rest of his career, of course. But for this Sunday specifically, I think Lamar Jackson could go ahead and sit this one out. All right, bud, you can go ahead and do that. Now, if he wants to act dangerous and try to play through this game, he is going to have to play against one of the best defenses, if not what I just mentioned, the best defense in football. And you're going to try to test that hamstring out against us. I get that the Texans offense, they haven't even scored a touchdown since CJ Stroud and D'Amico Ryans have been with the Houston Texans. They have not scored a touchdown against the Baltimore Ravens in the 3 games they've played against them. And that's not a great stat whatsoever. The Baltimore Ravens have our number. This isn't nothing new. This is a Captain Obvious statement. But the Houston Texans, being 1-3 right now, This is not just a must win. This is a cannot lose situation. You cannot go into the bye week 1-4, especially with how injured this Baltimore Ravens team is. I don't care how they look on paper. Go into M&T Bank Stadium, take care of business, get that W, and go into the bye week 2-3, and you will have the rest of the AFC South still looking over their shoulder, because not only do we have the best defense in football, but if the offense, and again, this is a big ask, if the offense can get at least 17 points against this Ravens team, I feel extremely confident that our defense is going to hold up their end of the bargain. And could we be seeing another shutout from this Houston Texans defense? Man, this is a very enlightening news and rumor that has came out from the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson potentially out for the next 2 to 3 weeks, could miss week 5 against our Houston Texans. Let me know how you feel down below in the comment section. You know I'll reply. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.